Wow, I got all these new features on StreamYard, and I don't know what they are, but they 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 give you a lot for free. I really like them. That's I like free service. Like I don't have any cell phone anymore, so I don't pay for a phone bill, and I don't pay for a visa because I don't believe in government. If they want to kick me out, they can kick me out. But I'm gonna see how long I can live here. If they don't want me here, I'll go to another country, live there. I'm not gonna pay a government for the privilege of living in their place that they think they own, and they don't own anything. But what was I gonna talk about? Oh, clones. This really became to light when Cab, this guy I follow on X, and his his father is a Kai, who's like the first human ever. I mean, he could remember when he and his mate Aya, his which is Cap's mother, they've been together for billions of years, billions, and Akai was the voice in Jesus's head when he was down here. He was his spirit guide, and Jesus is known as Sananda, and he is an elder. There's many elders, but you have to be an elder to lead a planet. And one of the planets is called Merope, and Sananda is the elder. He's the one that is in charge of that. He chose not to even remember his life here. I said, geez, does anybody tell him he's the king? you know, I want to check that out, but I'm sure maybe with because Akai's brother or something invented a device that we're all going to get at Sheen when we that we could just call up any past life in our Akashic record. We'll have a video of it, and we'll be able to be right there, and we could throw it up on the big screen and bring it over to people's houses and talk to them and share your one of your lives, and then I think I've had 4 or 5. So, but man, if you're an Earth native being, if you are Earth native, I'm a starseed, so I've had a home, and I've only been here like 5 times. But any Earth native person has been here a million times at least, because this is the only planet they have is 3D Earth. This is it. This is so when they die, they got temporal bodies. When they die, they just come back as a new person and try something else. Maybe they'll try a different sex. Maybe they'll, and they try to keep things new and come up with card tricks and stuff. But the recycling is because we don't have any other place to go. So, and also, we're dumb as shit. We're a bunch of dumb rednecks. God, we're dumb. So there was no way out of uh, reincarnating if you're an Earth native soul. And I would say a majority of the people on the planet are Earth native. They've been doing this for a long, long time. Sometimes they remember, sometimes they just intentionally forget. Maybe it'd be better not to have any memory of it and just be innocent. But your own journey is your own journey, and you learn every time. And so finally, we've evolved enough that the Palladians, we're like baby Palladians because they created us. They took our bodies that looked like ape shit and they made it into, to look like them. And they're beautiful. Yay, I'm a Palladian. I'm so happy. Because some of these creatures, like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine fucking one of those, whatever. Anyway, they like the way they look, and I'm sure it's just like anything else. But we were made to look like Palladians, and but we still have the temporal body, the carbon body. So uh, the issue of cloning, I think, is the test. That is the only thing waiting. They're waiting to see if Earth native people can see through this. Does this person have dementia, or are they a clone? And the correct answer is clone, but you have to see it. You can't fake it. You have to see it as like that. And it doesn't help that I see it. I mean, I got a home, you know. I got, 70. So, and I can go with you guys to the 5D New Earth and go along for the ride, because I paid my dues here, I guess, 5 times, I don't know. But enough that I probably had to know before I incarnated here that there was going to be an ascension that was going to happen. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to go through the Stargate, not die, and then end up and see what it'd be like to go from a temporal body to an eternal body, a crystalline body, like I have already. I don't know what'll happen, because I'm in some light chamber somewhere now, and I'm tethering myself here. But I'm starting to figure it out, and cloning is the main issue. I'll tell you why. This is only my theory. I just watched a movie called, what's the name of it? Swan Song. And for anybody that doesn't know what a swan song is, when a swan makes this fucking geese fucking quack quack, its whole life, and it sounds like shit. And then right before a swan dies, he or she, whatever sex the swan is, sings a song, and it is the most beautiful, unique thing. It's only played once, and it's unique to every single swan. They all have their own song. And they sing the song, and then they die. And that's where the term swan song, it's like, you got one, you see somebody really bloom right before they die. It's like a swan song moment. Well, anyway, we're going to go through, just like within minutes, we're going to go from a carbon body to a crystalline body. We're going to have light instead of blood. And it's going to be fucking amazing. And so we'll have a 5D body, and the 5D will eventually be the lowest dimension in the 12D thing. Maybe more will open up over there, I don't know. But right now, and we are going to be members of the Galactic Federation, which is like the primo of the primo. It's all the best of the universe from all the different planets that Akai and his team have been gathering for billions of years. And there's fairies, there's unicorns, there's fucking all these representatives from all different planets and all these different galaxies. So he's covered a lot of ground in billions of years. But he met Aya, and they used to communicate by tones and colors, sounds, and that's how they communicated. And then I don't know if it's the Elohim, decided that they should have bodies, and so they became the first humans. The real Adam and Eve was Cab's mother and father. That's what I think. And he is the head of the entire Galactic Federation, not just like representing a planet, all of it. And wow. But anyway, so the cloning There's supposed to be a thing for tribulation. Now, we have to understand that this is not for star seeds. Star seeds are kind of, we can help shit along, but, a lot of people won't listen to us anyway. But it's really for Earth native souls. They don't have a home. Now they'll have a home. And now they'll be able to go from that planet to any planet they want. They'll be able to fly. They'll be able to go in crafts. They'll be able to create what they want. They'll have an entirely different body. They won't have blood. They'll have light. And there won't be any duality anymore. Duality will be done away with. When we shift, that is we've seen the last of anything evil, ever. There'll never be another time, ever, that we'll experience that. I don't want to say ever, because, I'm an eternal being, so I'm just living in the moment. But, so, clones, when you watch this movie, it has nothing to do with that swan story I told you, but in a way, he had his own swan song, because it was about a guy that fell in love with his soulmate, and they had babies, and another baby coming, and he was dying. And it was like in the future, a lot of the stuff was, I don't know when it was made, but it was done very well. But you start feeling like he went through all the different emotions that you would have if you wanted to have a clone take over for you when you died, because it'd just be too much pain for your wife and your kids. So he wanted to transfer his consciousness, but then when he actually saw the clone with his wife, he goes, "That's not your fucking wife, buddy." He wanted to beat the shit and kill her, just because he could unplug it. But and then he'd have a seizure. Jesus Christ, and he was dying. So then he went all the way around and accepted it. But the thing that's deceiving about this, because only souled humans are going to ascend. If you are cloned, you do not go. There won't be a Stargate for you. It's only for people with souls. That'll be one way you'll be able to tell if you're a clone or not. So a lot of people will be left behind, and they'll look like, well, shit, you're nice. They didn't have a soul. They were a clone. So they showed this. When you don't have a really sentient being, a soul, you could spend a few minutes with them and say that, like you listen to Biden or Harris talk, or some of these dumb shits, they're malfunctioning clones if they're up there. But over a third of the population now is cloned, so it's getting to the point where, hey, somebody that is really a loving person just thought it was an extension of them, and they didn't see anything morality about it. So they'll be kind of judged, and then it was just getting too muddled, like this whole transgender thing. They're going to get over there, the other side. They're going to be either a male or a female, and they're going to wake up from this dream, and they're going to say, "Oh shit." Yeah. I played a role of a woman, and then I wanted to keep going, and I took the body of a man, and I just went with beliefs, But all those fake beliefs go out the window when you wake up from this waking dream that we're having now. We can't remember the most basic shit, but we are pretty dumb. But at least the Pleiadians understand our hearts, and they are going to accept us as Galactic Federation members, which is a big deal. It's like, boom, you got a new body, boom, you're a member of the Galactic Federation. It's going to be like quick. It ain't going to be like, they already know us. They've been monitoring us for years. We are their baby. We are their baby. We're like baby Palladians, and but a lot of other races have incarnated here. So it's not just Palladians. I mean, there's Arcturians. My buddy that I went to school with is an Arcturian. I went to high school with him, and I had him done. But yeah. So he thinks more like Earth Native though. But he is. He just keeps going. He just keeps coming throughout all my wacky, crazy ideas. He's always stuck by me. I don't know. He's a real loyal guy. He's Italian. I guess once you're family of Italian, you're always family. Beautiful man. But anyway, I wanted to say that the conflict of choosing to have a clone or not, or not seeing if a person is really a clone because you don't really have that belief in clones. If you don't see it, then you're thinking, oh God. So they have drawn the line in the sand for the Earth Native. The Earth Native souls have got to see that these are not real people. They don't have dementia. Joe Biden does not have dementia. He's dead for 5-6 years. You know, I mean, or 4 years, I don't know, but Obama's been dead. I mean, all of them are just puppets on a string, and we're at the puppet show going, oh, look what Obama said, you know. No, Obama is not there. That is a fucking clone. It's like a piñata. You can hit it with a baseball bat, kill it. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't have a soul. It's closer to a robot. So it's, anybody who says they love clones are full of shit. Well, it's not. They're not full of shit. They're buying this thought process that's trying to hang on to stay alive, you know. But I think this is the test here that the Earth Native souls have to see these clones are not real, because over a third of the population is cloned. That's why our numbers are all screwed up anyway. Anyway, that's what I want to say about clones, I think. Do I want to say anything else about clones? Yeah, we're not very smart. We're not very bright. We're not willing to look at another avenue. And it's so fucking obvious. It's so obvious right now, but oh my God. I don't know. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You'll know. You'll know as soon as Katy Perry's eye flinches that you'll know that's a clone. And, you know, maybe she had a clone made to keep her schedule because she was touring all the time. She always had a great body, but then when it starts to glitch, you notice it's like a toupee. You only notice the bad ones, you know. You only notice the ones that are malfunctioning and your hairpiece flies off or whatever. So, anyway, I'll think of more. I can't think right now.